How about you go and check outside the window? Then even you will see.
How'd you do that with your mind?
Welcome back to RatAttack, everybody.
Hey guys, welcome back to the video. Gage said I was having some problems with bumping the mic too much.
Stop doing it. I know Editor Gage right now is like, Ethan, I'm gonna kill you so hard.
Just, if you guys are noticing anything, just
let me know, okay? Just let me know if you notice anything.
My complaint is because his mic is like...
It's on the table, so whenever I use it as an armrest instinctively, so it does like this.
Yeah.
Like, I'll do that like a lot.
And it'll vibrate. He does it while he's talking, though, so sometimes I won't be able to cut it out, but you'll just hear like... Dun, dun,
I know,
dun.
it's a bad habit, but I'm breaking it this episode now.
I'm trying to reduce the amount of editing I do, you know, and not like fixing, oh, there's a thud. Oh, there's a thud. Oh, there's a thud.
I understand completely, and I am empathetic to your cause.
Thank you. Anyway, it's been a few days for us. Let me think. So we're trying to figure out right now how in the world they got the key under the body in the second murder case.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I remember now. You don't gotta say.
Okay, thank you, Ethan.
You're welcome.
You really think a tiny string could move a whole corpse?
There he is.
It only needs to move his upper body.
Gloomy guy.
Because it couldn't move the whole corpse because his legs were nailed into the floor.
Right, and the blood was going down, so it must have been propped up when the nails were driven in.
Exactly. Thank you, Ethan.
Yep.
That deduction is wrong. You're wrong.
What could be wrong about it? Master sounded really confident just now.
There you go.
That's good evidence.
Listen. The nails in that corpse's leg pierced through his body and into the floor.
That's a good point.
Which means the corpse was fixed in place. So how could the corpse be moved?
The key was under his upper body, so only his upper body needed to be moved.
Exacto
True.
mundo.
If the corpse was stuck in place, it'd be impossible to move it.
Master, you're an idiot!
Yeah.
Indeed. It would be impossible.
Oh, don't play dumb, Halara.
You think so too? So I was wrong the whole time?
What? That's it? You actually think you're wrong? You don't have, like, more more you're thinking about?
I do love the set pieces they have for this.
Yeah.
Door.
It's cool that I thought it was going to be kind of like Persona, where the actual mystery labyrinth is different each time and, like, aesthetic. But I think they're just going to have, like, somewhat different...
Everything.
Yeah, it seems like they've had some different mini games so far, some different like layouts on the inside, but
Which
the
is
outside
good.
looks the same.
I live for the variety, you know?
Yeah.
Danganronpa's worked well for what it was, but now, yeah, I'm glad they're introducing differences this time.
Mm-hmm.
Of course it is. Because your deduction is wrong. You people will never reach the truth. This is the end.
Can we do like very AI like facial reactions while stuff is happening? So like he'll come down on screen, we just go.
I mean, you could probably just get like use like the VTube Studio editor, you know, and just like put some rats in.
Yeah. They're like mouths aren't even synced up with what we're saying. It's just like, oh, this is crazy.
You know who Quebbleclap is?
Kinda.
But he's trying to do like only AI content now, and he did like an apology video, but it was completely AI generated. And it's like, it's so bizarre, and he's trying really hard to make it work, because I'm sure he's put like a ton of money into it.
Is the content actually good, or is it just...
No, not at all. It's just like basic like the lowest common denominator you could get for a Minecraft YouTuber. Literally, just look up like Quebblecop AI Minecraft video. It's so bad. Because it's an AI face, first of all.
Is it his face?
It's his face, but it's an AI face.
Ah.
And then it's an AI speech thing. And I think the gameplay is just really basic, like running around clicking crap. Like, it's not substantial at all. So it's just like, hello guys, it is Quebblecop here, and I mined this block. It was dirt. How interesting.
That seems like it'd take more effort than to just record yourself playing Minecraft.
But I think he's trying to build like an AI, like entertainment empire. But I think he's a little too early to be trying that, you know?
Yeah.
And also, it's just so lifeless and soulless and dog water.
I've seen, like, now, like, ChatGPT and stuff can do this thing where it can, like, look at video and, like, do live commentary on it. But it's just pretty basic stuff.
Well, it's like, I'm surprised.
There's no soul behind it, you know?
I wonder why people go for it so much. Because honestly, it seems like the majority, I mean, of course, it's these greedy companies, but it seems like majority of people are like, no, I don't want AI art. Like,
Right.
I understand AI, like, I think AI is a great thing to have for, like, goofiness, you know? Like, there's, like, some game we were playing on Discord, you know, join the Discord, by the way, that, like, it was, like, an AI, like, prompt thing, like, would you survive, blah, blah, blah. The game kind of was glitchy and sucked, but on paper, it would have been really fun.
Yeah.
So, that's it.
What was your biggest point? Just that AI is taking over?
I just don't get why people like it so much. Like, it does some cool stuff. Like, I like listening to, like, you know, like, AI covers with, like, video game characters that are really ridiculous and dumb.
Uh-huh.
But I don't much like the ones that do, like, real voice stuff.
I mean, I get it for some stuff. Like, a lot of memes, it's very funny.
Well, yeah, like, I love seeing, like, you ever see the, who is it? Will Smith eating tacos thing?
No.
Oh, well, like, look it up. Like, there's one where he actually did it and, like, did a cool parody of it. But there's another where it's just, like, really crappy AI art of him, like, sloppily eating tacos, and it's like a slideshow, you know? Or there's that one where it's, like, John Wick at Domino's.
Yeah,
I love
that
Like,
video.
that's funny. I think stuff like that is good. Or I saw one, do you know who Frank Horrigan is from the old Fallout games? Like, Fallout
No.
1.
No.
Well, he was just like some like big character who's super strong. There's like some AI cover where he's like bleeding out and dying, and he's singing a sad song, and like I think that's okay because this is goofy, you know?
I mean, yeah, no one actually expects to make $1 million off of something like that, you know?
Right. It's just like a goofiness for funds type thing, but
It's not like you expect these super small random internet creators to go and hire the actual voice actors to do that. The ones I think are weird are like when the huge, big companies can't spend like a tiny, measly 0.00001% of their budget to hire an artist
or like a
or
writer,
a voice actor.
yeah, or anything.
Like, I know you are not hurting for money. Why are you already going for like AI stuff this
Okay,
soon in the game?
Guys, listen. All corporations are inherently evil. It doesn't mean they can't be good, but inherently, like, human nature, just base thing, that's what they're at. I think you don't look at a bear and think that bear's not going to maul me. Like, odds are a bear's going to maul you, but they're not guaranteed to. Alright? A bear is inherently violent because that's how they survive. Corporations, same thing. Inherently greedy, all that, but they can be better.
Yeah.
But I think you need
I mean,
to...
they do good things often, but usually it's for like public appearance, you know?
Yeah, it's like, you know, you ever hear the like the moral question where it's like, if you're a good person, so you can only for the sake of going to heaven, are you a good person? Like, do you deserve to go to heaven? There's a really good song about that called Charlie's Inferno. I recommend that song.
Is it a good song?
It's okay, but it's got a funny message because it's like a comedy one. You know?
Here's a question.
Okay.
Is someone who does good things all the time but for the wrong reasons, is that a good person?
I look at good person a lot with what's going on mentally. If like the actions they've done are good, I would say yes, that's great, and keep doing what you're doing regardless of the reason. If it's largely beneficial, but if in their mind it's like, well, I'm doing this so I can get, you know, religion credit or whatever else, I would think they're not a good person. They're just doing good things.
Well, I'm thinking it can be for like any reason. Like,
well, I know, that was just an example I was using.
yeah, but I don't know. I just wonder that. I'm curious what you guys think. Because
you know, it's so nuanced too. Like, what qualifies as like a good person? If someone has done a lot of bad things but is good now, are they a good person? Like, that's why I think it's very internal.
yeah.
I think you could have someone who's been evil all their life and then turns around and is a good person. I would call them a good person, even if they've done terrible things.
You know what? I really like just like the mental image, though, of someone who is inherently super duper bad and like wants to do terrible things and doesn't like doing good whatsoever, but does good things all the time for like the weirdest of reasons.
Right, like, would you call that person a good person?
I mean, if they're not doing anything bad, like, but it's all on the inside, they're like thinking, I want to do this bad thing, I hate this, I blah blah blah, like bad people stuff, you know? I think I kind of would still consider them a good person in their actions, you know?
I definitely wouldn't think of them as worse as they could be, It's like, congratulations, you were bad, just not that bad.
It also just kind of depends on the other reasons causing them to do the good things.
Yeah.
Like, if it's something like, well, it's to uphold my religion, I think that's fine, you know?
Yeah, but I think there's a difference between upholding religion and trying to get a golden ticket to your, like, religious afterlife, you know?
I guess.
Like, some of that just, like, worries me, because I'll always see, like, okay, I really love watching, like, trashy cop videos, where it's like drunk people getting arrested or whatever. And something I hear very often is like, I'm a Christian, I'm a God-fearing woman, man, whatever, you know, you can't do this to me. And then it's like, I don't know, you don't seem very Christian, you know?
Yeah.
Because we're getting into like bar fights and stuff, and it's like, I don't know.
We have a lot of weird talks playing this game.
I mean, it's our videos, we can do whatever we want with them.
That's true.
But anyways, we'll continue for 2 lines and then get back into it.
Yeah, probably.
Oh, I thought he just turned over and farted.
Kind of looks like that.
What did she say?
I don't know. We got to prove why
he's wrong or lying or whatever.
Yeah, you get it. You know how these games play.
I know how they load.
On the Switch horribly. Okay, I gotta remember how to do this mini game. I feel like
I did not read this.
Is wrong.
Look at him for a second.
so. We have doll with eyes gouged out. I
Oh.
could see that being used.
I see that being it. Oh, bloodstains might be it too.
I could see any of these being used right now.
I think we're gonna use bloodstains and then dolls.
I'll equip it, but let's see what he says first here.
Do you have any proof that the corpse was moved? The corpse was fixed in place.
Fixed in place.
Bloodstains could go against that, I think.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, because they were going down.
In fact, that corpse.
My volume's so loud. I need to turn it
There's no
down.
sign it was ever moved.
I think that would be it, maybe.
Yeah. I was gonna
That's an
actually do it, but it was too late by the time I thought of it.
Okay, yeah, it's that one then.
I probably.
Just like he said, when we viewed the scene through post-cognition, the body was fixed in place.
Only half of it.
Yeah.
In order to create a locked room, it would have been necessary to move the body.
Then
In that case, there might be some evidence left behind of something being moved. Let's check the solution keys.
You know, as cool as this all is, that we're like unraveling the mystery in front of everybody, it makes it feel like 10 times less cool on our part that Halara already had it figured out.
I think that speaks a lot to their credit, though.
But yes, but I am really, really hoping Halara did have the wrong answer. I think that would be so cool if we get out of here, out of the mystery labyrinth, whether Halara keeps their memories or not. If we like point like it was them, blah blah blah, and Halara's like, what? No, and then it is though.
I mean, yeah, if Halara does keep their memories, I wonder if they'll have a different conclusion after this.
Maybe.
Like, I think there's a lot of like plot twisting and nuance that could happen yet.
Mm-hmm.
In fact,
He does that so quickly.
I
there was
know.
no sign it was ever.
There you go.
It does
That's the
though.
one.
Rise through this mystery.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
That was so cool.
The upper and lower parts of the body bled out differently.
And I am totally the one that found that clue, not anybody else.
The blood from the lower body
Who-
flowed
what?
naturally.
I think Halara was the one who pointed that out
Oh,
originally.
maybe.
Because we were like, oh, I see, Halara, the nails are different depths.
Yeah.
And then they were like, no, that's not what I was pointing out.
God, poor Halara is just stuck doing this with a child.
Yeah. Yuma will have to redeem himself eventually.
But blood
I
from
think
the
so.
upper body looks like it flowed in a downward direction, toward his hips.
But it's kind of nice
If
to
the
know
corpse
that
was motionless on its back, there wouldn't be such unusual bloodstains.
even if we did like fail this and come up with the wrong conclusion, I think Halara would have still been like, no, you're wrong, this is the right answer.
Maybe.
Or probably charged us for it. But I think
probably
Yuma would-
definitely like, okay, I'll solve it for you, dum-dum, but I'm doubling your bill.
But I think Yuma would have said like, okay, yeah, fine, I'll pay you more.
Yeah.
So
In other words, it's safe to assume the body's position was different from when it was discovered.
Yes. You have to say about that, broccoli hair? His hair looks like the bananas when they're green and they're like all up in those trees
What?
bunched up.
What's this?
bananas grow out of the ground.
Like potatoes.
Exactly.
Gross! We gotta hurry and get through that door.
Unusual circumstances. Francis. It doesn't matter.
I like his voice a lot.
Was
Yeah.
pinned to the floor. It couldn't be moved.
I wish that little peacekeeper was in here still. Like, he came all the way to the mystery labyrinth to hold it in front of his mouth.
Like, what if he was just conscious and lucid the whole time and was like, sorry, I just gotta do this, you know?
Yeah, you just see him, like, run in after us behind Shinigami.
I'd love that.
You can't change the truth.
Even this didn't work? Am I just wrong about it all?
No, be confident.
No,
Yeah.
you're correct. The answer you've reached using the evidence is the truth.
Alara!
There's no doubt a fine string was used in this case. Evidence at the crime scene.
Oh,
indicates
now
the
they're
corpse
actually,
was
like,
moved.
bringing stuff out.
Also, we were talking about the other episode, how everyone's, like, pupils kind of look different and represent them.
Their what? Oh, their pupils?
Their pupils, yeah.
Yeah, what
So
do theirs look like?
it's like a star. It's like a plus sign kind of looking star.
Huh.
So,
Well, if we ever get a closer look at that, like, let us look.
well, I don't really know what more there is to look at with it. Like, I
No,
don't really.
I can't see it very well right now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
So
that's
all
what I'm
that
saying.
remains is to answer, how was the pin body moved?
Oh, is it like a crosshair? Is that what that is?
Yeah,
Oh, okay, I see. Sorry, my vision. I need to get my eyes checked soon, but
probably.
I've been
That
too
bizarre
lazy.
bloodstain holds the clue to all of this.
The bloodstain?
That's literally the thing we just used.
Yeah.
Bloodstain is the clue for how the body could be moved,
what?
even while pinned.
You're the one that just said that.
Master,
Yeah,
we
ma.
gotta chase after the door. It's getting further away.
And here I thought he was so smart during the first trial.
Oh, yeah, why don't we just, like, bungee jump like this?
Can't get me.
Oh, okay,
this
I'm-
is cool.
I'm glad
Oh.
Hilara's coming with.
What position was the corpse in before it was moved?
Upwards.
Standing.
Upper body sitting up. A.
I have to like look down at the
Yeah.
controller. Yeah.
That's right! The corpse was sitting up at first. That's why only the wounds in the upper half of the body bled straight down.
That you didn't know that when you used that evidence? Okay, I'll ignore that. What's next? What was used to sit the body upright? The wire, of course.
A thin
thin string. Alright.
The string I mentioned before was thin but sturdy. It was all over the room, holding the body's upper half in place.
Right.
Alright.
That's the reason only the corpse's neck had marks on it.
Only the back of the neck, too.
Right.
Why was the corpse lying on its back at the time of discovery? Because it needed to cover the key. The string was probably retrieved.
Or cut.
Cut and then retrieved.
Oh.
I mean, otherwise the string would be in there.
Oh, true,
The culprit
true.
then retrieved all the string
yeah,
that
duh.
kept the corpse in place from outside the door.
But I assume they had to, like, cut the string to do that.
Right.
And with nothing to support it,
Unless they had some weird
the top half of the corpse
tie.
fell back to the floor, just like how it was discovered.
Yeah, I'd like to see that, like, the exact mechanism they had going, but
I'm
I
sure
don't-
we will.
I don't know if we will. That's what I was gonna say.
Oh, really?
I don't know.
Usually they like... These games like their diagrams, you know?
True, true.
Plus we have that drawing from Hilara. We'll probably use that next.
You just did like 30 like somersaults to probably get there.
Yeah.
It appears this locked room mystery will finally be solved.
All right.
How'd he get in? Alright, now do it.
Huh? When did that happen?
That's cool. We have to, like, do it ourselves.
Maybe you're supposed
Oh.
to recreate the locked room in the same way the culprit did.
Okay.
Master, you know the answer, right? Let's finish this.
Right.
I can make a pretty good guess.
Yeah.
Recreate the lock... How does this work?
Maybe we have to draw the
You
string.
gotta think like the culprit, Master.
Think about how the culprit created the locked room and follow the same steps to complete the room.
That place is suspicious.
Inspect items following the sequence of events. Some of the items weren't used in the crime, so be careful.
You have to recreate the culprit's locked room mystery.
You gotta recreate the culprit's process to create a locked room mystery.
I was gonna say, that's not what that says.
Why not just have her say it at that point?
Yeah.
Like, that was not very dissimilar.
Okay, so we need to do it in order? Is that it? Did they say we have to do it in order? So what did they wrap it around? So
I start with the corpse.
It started from here, went to the corpse. My guess is then it went to the doll.
I would work
then just
back.
right back to the door. Honestly,
You think it was a full loop?
I think so, because then they could cut it to like pull it back out. I think it would have had to loop and wouldn't. I don't think, for instance, you could tie it to the desk light.
No.
Because then how would you untie it from the desk light? I think it'd have to loop, you know?
That makes a lot of sense, actually. I feel stupid for not thinking of it as a loop. I just imagined it was corpse, doll, vent, and then they just...
they wrapped it around the fish.
Oh my god.
And then the fish bit the rope after a timer. I don't know.
I would honestly love if it was something as messy as that.
Room.
Yeah.
Think about the steps the culprit took to create the locked room and check each spot.
Okay, can I just check them without, like, doing whatever? What do you have to say?
Yuma, you have to recreate the lock.
Yeah, I know.
You solve the mystery. You already know the answer. All that's left is to retrace the steps. Simple, no?
Okay.
Shut up, stupid.
Alright, should I just, like, start with the vent?
First, a knot was tied through
Yeah.
a slit in the vent.
I was going
Oh,
to
you
start
did
with the body.
start with a knot. Okay.
After that, the fishing line was drawn away to another location. In terms of sequence, it'd probably be easier to start with things that are fixed in place.
Okay,
So-
it makes sense that it's tied there, because that you can retrieve at the end.
So now we go to the doll, I think.
I guess you could do it either way with how I'm imagining it.
I feel like the doll is like meant to, just do the doll, just do the doll.
Okay.
Trust in your homie.
Okay, yeah.
That's it! It
Yeah, see?
passed through a doll's eye! And then the fishing line passed
So
through the
creepy
eye to
looking.
somewhere
It
else.
is.
Now
I mean,
go
if
to the-
it loops, then it would be fine either way. But
Yeah.
Right. The line was then passed around a certain point on the corpse. That was...
just necky neck.
Under the neck.
Under the neck.
Under the
here,
hips.
behind the neck. The line ends here to support it.
It's like pull on the wire and make him twerk. Twerk it, twerk it. Oh wait, I'm supposed to be
Yeah,
murdering
that's
someone.
what the killer was doing. It's like, work that body, girl!
He's like a little puppet master.
Now, it's clear that the line passed through the vent, the doll's eye, and ended beneath the neck.
Oh, so it didn't wrap around the neck, it just went, I see.
What, did you think it like looped around it, or?
So here's what I thought. I thought it was not a full rotation. I thought it went vent, doll, wrap around the neck, pull on the vent to lift the neck up. Or the body up.
Oh, okay.
I didn't think it did a full loop, but now I see the error of my ways.
See, I thought I described that in one of the last episodes.
I don't really listen, so...
Okay, either that or I just did a terrible job of explaining it. But yeah, this is basically what I was imagining.
Okay.
Hang on. Why
I just
go
imagine it
on
went from the guy to the
first?
doll and back.
Can't you just start by pulling it from under the body?
Oh, maybe this will explain it.
To support the body's weight, the line needs to pass through the doll first, as it was fixed in place. Next, the fishing line.
Yeah, otherwise, wouldn't you just kind of have the body, like, being pulled to the side anyways?
Well, see, I imagined in my perspective, what you do is you tie it in a circle either way, so it doesn't really matter. And then just back? Sure, why
Now,
not?
to return the line to the vent. This kept the corpse's upper torso in place.
So were we
The
right?
room has been completely prepared.
This is cool, I like this one.
So
yeah.
next,
Even though, honestly, I think you came up with this
Well,
originally.
I
But
came
maybe
up
you
with my theory.
Uh-huh.
I think you just misunderstood what I said, and I misunderstood what you said.
Well, from what I understood what you said, because I think I was editing the episode where we're, like, talking about this, and you, like, said this, or I interpreted it as you meant this exact thing.
No, see, I never once thought that. I always thought you just had it go from...
See, I think I misinterpreted what you said and thought this, and then it was like, yeah, that makes sense, and then
Yeah.
this is what I thought. And then
So-
when you were confused when I thought that, I was like, what do you mean? You're the one who-
Actually, guys, Gage, edit the other part out. This is what I thought was going on the entire time.
Oh, okay, that makes sense, yeah. Okay, now we talk to Shini's
Oh, so now if you...
Oh, wait, 4 out of 5. What's the 5th? Oh, just back to the door.
Yeah.
Because now they leave.
And they
then
put the key
they
on
throw
that
the
line.
key.
See, that would explain the key, too.
Oh, you think they put it on the line?
Well, because here's what you do. You throw it down the line, and then at its lowest point, it's on the back of his neck.
Right, and then you just cut the wire?
All you have to do is just set him down. You cut the wire on one side, pull it all the way through.
Okay, so you think they did zip line it then?
Just down to there. Because the key had a hole in it, the key's underneath him, you pull your line back through, and the line isn't going to pull the key anymore. Because one, the body's weight is on it, and two, it's a thin line. It's not tied around anything.
Right.
So that tracks to me.
I'd love to try and solve a locked room mystery in real life.
I'll do one. You guys want to kill me? Come up with something for him?
The culprit exited through the door and locked it with the key. And then...
grabbed the chair and threw it through the thing. The door gap, he took it home.
The vent gap.
The vent gap.
The key was thrown through the gap in the vent.
I still think this kind of zipline thing makes more sense, but...
if the culprit managed to drop the key next to the corpse, the only thing left was to untie the line. Then...
oh, really? They threw the key?
the corpse, which was supported only by the line, would fall face up on top of the key.
Oh, whatever.
That's how the culprit created the locked room.
I guess it doesn't... I mean, it's kind of a locked room even if it's not under the guy still, but it just makes it a better locked room if it is.
Oh, well.
Or maybe it has something to do with this guy's forte if they have one.
My master.
Epic accuracy or something.
Alright. I mean, honestly, yeah, you could just chuck the key as far as you could anyways.
Yeah.
But the body part adds some mystery.
Anyway, this should give us some good context for how they did the other ones too then. What does this narrow down about who could have done it? So far, any of those 4 people could
Well,
have
our
done
theory
that.
is that it was all
Bloodstains
4
were
people.
strange.
Right.
Which I like that quite a lot. Because I think that'd be good development for Yuma, where it's like, well, now you're killing... That's 5 people on his body count total, you know?
Yeah, that's true. I think it would be very cool. I'm just trying to... Parts of it don't add up with... Because, I mean, the fat guy gave us evidence to solve the clock tower murder. I mean, we wouldn't have been able to solve that even nearly as easily.
Is it possible they all are operating independently?
That's kind of more what I was wondering, is like, if maybe they don't all know that they all are in on it. So he's like, giving you that evidence to, you know, rat out one of the other nail men, you know?
Which he doesn't even suspect being one of them.
Yeah, but he's just like, that way it won't look like me anymore, you know?
Or it could just literally be as a, look how forthcoming we're being. Here's some evidence. Don't suspect us.
Right. I don't know.
The length of the nails
That's a good
driven
point.
into the upper and lower body were different. The nails on the upper half didn't penetrate all the way through the body. But the nails on the lower half went all the way through and into the floor.
I want to know how they're
That
killing
was
these
how the
people.
lower half could be secured, while the upper half
How they're, like,
could still
hanging
be
them?
moved
Yeah,
around.
like where's all that coming from?
I mean, it's not that hard if you just get someone alone, especially if you're, like, relatively strong, to, like, go behind them, you know, tie the noose around their neck, and then, like, you know?
Yeah.
That'd be the most, like, typical way you would see it, I guess. Otherwise, almost the thing I was thinking while editing is, what if these were, like, suicide victims already? But that is kind of weird, because people want these people dead, and then they kill themselves conveniently after that. Doesn't really...
Yeah, usually the people you want that aren't the ones who end up offing themselves.
Yeah.
Sure was tricky, but you managed to solve the mystery behind it.
Yay.
Alright.
Where am I now? Can we do anything with these doors?
That's what we just did, I think.
No, that's the art gallery one.
Oh.
'Cause that's the outside window right there, and there's the red door.
Oh, right.
Okay, let's talk to these guys. Do I get another piece of evidence? I don't know, I'll talk to you.
Hey,
Now, where's the next solution key? Master, come on down and solve the mansion locked room. Next up to win big, hell Lara, saving the day. What is she talking about?
I don't know, she sounds like a game show host.
Is that what it is? It's a new me.
What are you even imitating?
We are the first 3 contestants on the Scythe is right.
Okay, it is.
Yeah, haha, okay.
I was gonna say, this is exactly what it sounds like. Alright, moving on.
Scythe is right. That's clever. I like that.
Have you ever seen The Price is Right?
That's one with the briefcases.
I have no idea.
Oh. Then I guess maybe not. I've played the game at arcades where you have to select the briefcase and you get like so many tickets, you know?
Really, huh?
But the mansion study was quite an elaborate locked room.
Except,
Yeah, but what we know so far isn't enough to pinpoint who the culprit is.
Calm down. We're only partway through the labyrinth. Even if we solve everything at the last second, it's still solved.
I wonder if at like the end of the game or something, because Shinigami mentioned something about this, like taking our lifespan. If it just takes more and more of our lifespan every time we go in here, and at the end we like, she tells us like, if you solve this mystery, you're gonna die. Basically.
There's got to be some reason that pre-Shinigami Yuma wanted to sign this contract.
I'm guessing there's some big mystery he wants to solve. Probably has to do with the great big mystery of the world or whatever.
Or just himself.
Something.
Looks like we finally made it to the treasure chest. Speaking of, don't you think that whoever worked the hardest should get to open it?
Who worked the hardest out of us three?
Not Shinigami.
Me, of course.
Oh, okay. I mean, I guess you're probably expending a lot of energy to
Slit my
us to
throat
be
open.
here.
Yeah.
A fishing line was used in the locked room mystery of the mansion study.
This is probably another clue leading to the culprit. I'm not sure how we use it.
On a lock? You're so stupid.
Still, it must be used for something. Hold on to it for now.
Do you carry it, stupid?
Okay. Halfway. Yippee! I kind of want to do...
The art gallery.
Solve the remaining locked room.
That's totally the one I was going to say. Yeah, let's do that one.
What's the other one?
The casino.
Okay, they're both interesting.
Because the casino one was interesting to me because I could almost see it without, like... I mean, you could probably just fit through that vent, you know? No, like, tricks or shenanigans. Now, let's think about the third one for a second. Why don't we open it up here? So the second one, we know they use some advanced, like, wire trick now.
Uh-huh.
The third one, how did they get out? It probably has something to do...
With the window.
I feel like the paint can has something to do with it. Maybe with, like, their escape. Because it was, like, in front of the door, which I find odd. The window is big enough you could slip, like, a rope through. And you know what I think? I think this nail on the doll, which was on the floor in front of the window, could have been used again, like another kind of wire to wrap around it. But we didn't see scratches on that nail, I guess. But just something to keep in mind. And then the
I don't
lady's
know.
just...
I want to be in there looking around before making any.
Yeah, that's true.
Because
It'll
it's hard
let
to
us
know.
go in there, yeah. So we'll just head in there.
Yeah.
All right, time for number 3. What do you think about all this? They, them, Lara.
Hey,
You decide which to solve first. I'll follow your lead.
Okay,
Stupid.
come this way.
You don't even know the answer anymore. What are you, dumb?
The third locked room was a murder that happened 1 month ago in the art gallery storage in Ginma district.
And remember, this one was weird because they didn't really use dolls much, and they used paintings instead.
There was like one doll, and they weren't hung.
The cause
either.
of death was different, yeah.
Yeah.
So
Pictures and paint were scattered all around the spot where a woman was boom killed. If you
Boom
think you're
killed.
up for it, then let's solve this thing.
I got
Going
this.
to the third locked room?
Yep.
Going to your mom's house. Ew.
No, don't go to my mom's house.
No, please don't do that. So, guys,
You come here often?
yeah, like 3 times a week.
Oh.
Ooh. Or unless you're binge watching this like a year in the future. Hello.
Which we hate you for.
I hope we have 100,000 subscribers when you're watching.
Locked
Yeah.
room again?
Oh, who saw that coming?
this was the corpse that was discovered by that worshipper and the art gallery employee.
Correctamundo.
I almost wondered if the art gallery employee could at all possibly be a culprit, you know? But
I don't know.
I don't really see it that much. But just, you know, another person to add to the possible list, I guess.
He showed up, so.
Halara sure made it seem like it was one of those 4s, so.
At the time of discovery, the door was locked and the key was nailed to a doll inside the room.
And another thing I wanted to point out with kind of the rope thing I was talking about through the window, that door handle, you could easily wrap a rope around
Yeah.
and not worry about it, like,
Scratching or anything.
falling off, basically, especially
Yeah.
if you looped it.
Aside from the door, the only other entrance is the window, but it opens just enough to fit a finger in. The frame itself is too small for even a child to squeeze through.
Your mom opens just enough to fit a finger in. Got him.
Sounds a little too descriptive.
Vanish from here.
I couldn't help myself.
That's alright.
Well, there's no ceiling, so they just climbed out.
Yeah, that's easy.
Duh.
If I had to guess, I think this one might be the metalhead. What are the culprits?
Oh, if they each did one? I was like, metalhead. So the
door, I think. Can we look at the vents on the ground? Okay, so they're probably not that relevant then.
Is the painting something we can click on? No. So like, I feel like the door is like the only possible thing. I mean, they couldn't have hidden this room because... I mean, unless Amaterasu had something to do with it. Maybe they just like hid like under that, you know?
Yeah.
Then they could... Yeah, definitely you can't fit through the window. Like, you just can't.
No, it's gotta be the door.
It just has to be the door. Maybe it's even that thing you said where it's like this metal plate on the bottom they could like take off.
That seems like an odd detail.
But that's just something you see on doors a lot. I don't even know if it like
could have only escaped from here, but
if that comes off, if there's an opening, because usually that's on doors to like prevent scratches when a cart runs into it or something, you know?
Yeah.
But I think the window has to do something with it, and the paint can. Maybe if you like... Oh, here's a thought. So the paint can was in front of the door. So what if you ziplined the paint can down to the door to slam it shut? Or something like that, you know?
Could the paint can have enough force to do that with a metal door?
Yeah, well, the window's pretty high.
Yeah, true.
I don't... If the door was like just at that angle where you could slip out of it...
I more wonder if there was something on the ground there that like was a scratch mark or something that they needed the paint can to obscure.
Maybe.
That's kind of more the line of logic I follow. But that's an interesting idea that they use it as like...
I think a zipline could be cool.
You said about like, you just want a zipline.
Ziplines are just cool. It would have been a better case on that last one if they ziplined the key. That's all I'm saying.
It would make more sense.
It would make a little more sense than they threw it with perfect, like, ultimate baseball star accuracy.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing's happening. Maybe you made a mistake, Master.
No, that can't be right.
Where else would they get out of?
It's impossible for anyone to squeeze through that window. They could have only gotten out through the
Oh my
door.
god. Flat Stanley did it. Bum, bum, bum.
Flat Stanley scares me.
I'm sure the culprit had the key and locked the door from the outside.
What
after
if...
committing the crime?
Okay.
The culprit just used a copy of the key.
So like, what if, and then didn't
Really
say anything, so I'm like, I'm just going to continue until he gathers his thoughts. Maybe he'll see something that makes him,
Did the metalhead say anything about welding or crafts or anything like that?
The reason she said for why she broke her arm is she was playing the bass, I think, and was trying to do something called, like, death metal parade? I don't even know what she said.
Look, here's what I'm saying. There's a death here, and that door is made of metal. Checkmate, liberals.
That's crazy. 2 keys can open the door to the art gallery storage room. At the time of the body was discovered, one of them was inside the room. The other was in possession of that one guy.
I don't think it was the key. I feel like that just... Well, that's just too obvious, you know?
Yeah, but it does just seem like another weird thing. If the MO, the modus operandi of the Nailman killings is that there's only ever one key to the door, that's another thing that doesn't fit, you know?
Right.
The nail in the paintings, maybe those could have been used in some other wire shenanigans. There's no way to get the key nailed to the doll without nailing the nail through the key, you know?
Right.
Because it wouldn't fit otherwise. Anything weird on the corpse that I don't remember? Just the bonk on her head. Unless, I mean, there wasn't blood on the paint can, so I don't think they could have killed her with the paint can.
Could there have been blood on the ground where the paint can opened? I mean, why would you even need to cover that up if she's got blood on the back of her head, though? Is it maybe meant to make you wonder where she died?
Maybe.
Because that paint can, that's got to cover something.
The biggest question isn't really how they died, though. It's how they got out.
Right.
And then from there, it's like, well, who was it possible to do all those things?
Well, there are only 2 keys to the storage space. and the design makes them impossible to duplicate.
Not really sure how that works, but okay. I mean,
don't think it does.
There was 2 of them.
I learned that thanks to you, Halara.
One of the keys is always carried by that one employee. It was used when the body was first discovered, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the only other key was nailed through a doll onto a painting. So, it is a locked room mystery! Right? Right? Oh, that's totally it.
That's totally it.
Let's see. I suppose you could call it that.
Oh, see, Halara
yeah.
disagrees.
Can you go check outside of that window?
So there was like boxes and stuff outside the window.
Oh, just like before.
Before?
Yeah.
She looks
You
so,
made me
or
do
they
the
look
same
so
thing in the
shocked.
real world when we were investigating.
This makes me wonder, though.
Huh.
Why are they so shocked about this?
Because
they know, I mean, they lost their memories, so it's not like it's that new for Yuma to be like, yeah, you already told me to do this. So I wonder if
maybe they're surprised they trusted us at all, you know?
Yeah, I don't know. It's just odd.
Yeah.
I see. Then the answer has already been confirmed. Very well. This locked room is solved.
Huh? Wait.
Okay.
Did you already
So the
solve this
clue then
mystery?
is that it has to do with something that happened outside of that window.
Haven't?
Stop saying that.
Yeah, don't be
How about you
rude.
go and check outside the window. Then even you will see.
How'd you do that with your mind? You're scary.
Oh, it unlocked. Looks like you can go outside.
All right, let's go see.
Okay, so final thoughts. What?
So Halara didn't even need to see what was outside.
Yeah, that's the weird thing. It's like they just... Okay, let's look at this door a little bit. So looking at the door, that's the keyhole on the other side, and then on this side, it's a latch.
Right.
It's not a keyhole, it's a latch. So you could latch it from in here. And with that kind of latch, it's like a bar, so while it was latched, you wouldn't be able to close it shut, you know? That's how those latch doors work.
Wait. Look at... Where's the... Can you look to the left?
The left side of the door?
That is the right. Yuma's left. Look to the left of Yuma.
Okay.
Look for the paintings that are nailed up. Okay, so a painting is nailed up there. Now look to where the paint can is. Could we have another... I don't want to spoil anything, but... You remember how... What if the paint can smacked into the lock and locked it that way? And that's why it was placed weirdly there. What if the paint can was on the door? And by turning the lock to open it, maybe that makes it fall, or... See, I wonder if the painting on the left was used as another zip line thing, like fishing line wrapped around it.
Right.
While the paint can is up there. From the window, you're able to like cut something or do something from the other side to make it fall toward the door and lock it.
So yeah, it definitely had to be unlocked. They go out to the window, and they made it very clear you could like fit a rope through here, you know?
Right, but nothing else.
And if you had a rope going from here, like through the window, I feel like there was almost a reason for this doll on the ground here in the middle in such a specific spot. But like I said, there wasn't any like rope scratches or anything like there was with the rope ladder and stuff.
I wish I was as smart as Halara.
I know, right? I'm guessing it probably went to the door handle. You know, maybe they could just smack the paint can into it, or... You started messing with your light and it freaked me out. I'm like,
That's
why is
right.
it glowing over there? It has to be some trick with that latch, because it's just a latch, like a little turn lock, you know? Well, we'll think on it in the next episode.
Get out of here.
Yeah, like and subscribe. Join
I'm
the
turning it
Discord.
off right now. Say your final
bye,
thought.
bye. I love
Say
you.
your-
Bye.
Oh,
Hello.
I can't even find the cursor. Okay, now I found it. Goodbye.
Bye.